having a...
Just a normal...
What's up, guys? Ali here, and I just wanted to say I love the Tuesday night review, and also, I just wanted to say also, I divorced my wife because of it. That's it. Fortnite top 10 kills, also. Let me throw it to the boys, though. Wow, thank you, Elliot. That was such a nice intro. You're honestly a big inspiration to me. And now, welcome to the Tuesday Night Review. My name is Yazeed, and this is Tommy, the dynamic duo. We're back at it. We're back doing the same thing after a little bit of a break. We were figuring out we were both divorcing our wives. We had to file the papers. It's not a big deal. None of you care, because you're all non-existent. But that's fine. It's okay. I'm not mad.
Alright, we're gonna start with the movie.
Well, let me give a quick intro of what it exactly is we do on this show.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So, basically, Tommy and I give little informal reviews about movies and albums. We pick one for the other to listen to, and we just talk about it. And that's the whole thing, okay?
That's the whole thing. That's the end of the show.
Let's just get right into the news. Alright, so, Tommy, you picked the movie.
Yes, so that means you talk about it, right?
I talk about everything.
Correct. Oh, wow.
Gladiator was the movie.
The Gladiator, yes.
It's just Gladiator.
No, it's
2000. Ridley Scott directed it. Stars the great Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix. Those were really the two big guys in it.
Yeah, there's some other characters in there.
Yeah. So I mean, I've seen this movie a couple of times before, but... I can talk about it. For me, my favorite part of the movie, aspect of the movie, is always Joaquin Phoenix's role, and his acting, and he's I forget Commodus,
Mm-hmm.
And he's like such a bitch, and you hate him, hate him.
Yeah.
And I think he really pulls it off well. Because I think a lot of the movie and caring about the movie is caring about Russell Crowe's character, Maximus, and I think that also helps that you're gonna hate the villain, and I think Joaquin Phoenix does a really good job of setting that up where the villain is just such a fucking asshole.
I also want to stress that he is in another movie, the greatest movie of all time, The Village. So just want to stress that. And yeah, he's a pretty good character. Just putting that out there. So go ahead.
Okay. Obviously Russell Crowe is really commanding in his role as Maximus, and obviously a lot of it. I think the best parts of the movie come when it's kind of Maximus interacting with Commodus, and just the kind of. It's really just really good acting in those scenes, but. Obviously, some of the best stuff is when Maximus is in the Coliseum.
Yeah. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Which is really inspiring.
That's a really good line. I like that one.
Moment where, you're just kind of overwhelmed with your support. It's just a really good line. And he says it really well. And it's just really effective. But... I don't know. Why did you pick this movie?
So I picked this movie because it's a really great movie. Honestly, it's up there on my list. It's you can't really hate this movie. I know it's a little long. It's 3 hours, but it's a good movie. And I really appreciate it. It's the length of Forrest Gump, and I like that movie too. And plus, my mom really likes this movie. She has it on DVD, so I've never really that. And what's the comedy movie that we saw too? The what about golf? She has
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack. She likes that one a lot too, and Blazing Saddles. But basically, I really like this movie, and I love the whole revenge plot.
Yeah, I think the plot does a lot. So. From the early part where Maximus, he's on top of the world, he's the general. They just did the victory, and the king or the emperor or whatever, he wants him to succeed him instead of his son.
And he basically wants to go
Comatose.
home.
Yeah.
I love when he said no, too. When he was like, honestly, no, I don't really want to take that role. And he was like, are you sure? Like, I'll give you some time to think about it. He does what Hayden does to me. You guys have no idea who that is. But basically, whenever I say no to Hayden, he's like, well, I'll let you think about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And then instantly, like, Commodus kills his father.
yeah.
And then he has Maximus's family killed.
Yeah, which is... And also, I didn't understand the sister. Like, she just slaps him. Like, does she know in that moment that he killed her? Or he killed him? Like, the sister slaps Commodus. Do you remember that part?
I think so.
In the beginning, he's like, take your emperor's hand or something like that. I only present it once. And then he walks away and she slaps him. So, and I feel like everyone just knows that he killed him. Like,
yeah, I think it's probably...
Like, and no one's just doing anything about it.
Well, he's the emperor.
He is, but, like, he murdered someone. I think that's an exception. But, I don't know. That's really not the point. So, yes. They go kill him. He escapes. Basically, he goes to find his family killed and, like, slain.
Yeah. And in that moment, you're on
like,
Maximus's side.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the whole rest of it is just you being, like, rooting for Maximus and hating Commodus.
Yeah.
Because I think, like I said, the acting is really good in it, but I think a lot of the really good aspects of the film hinge on this kind of, like, you really support the hero and you hate the villain. And they establish that
it's like a
relationship very early, which is good because there's no kind of like, well, do I like this guy? Do I not? Do I hate the villain? No.
No, you
From
do.
the beginning, they force you into making the decision.
I mean, the villain wants to
is.
sleep with his sister, so I mean that's ultimately
but that was the time,
No, I thought that time was gay stuff. Didn't they do gay stuff at that time?
Yeah, but they would never put that in a movie.
Yeah, that's true. So they can only put incest stuff.
Yeah, that's fine to them. That over like a homosexual relationship, incest is better and more presentable to the public.
And not even like cousin, just full like. And that, especially when she was like caught about the busy bee part and stuff like that, he was like, "You will provide me a son. We're gonna have sex."
Yeah.
Like, that's wild. I think he, like you said though, he's a really good part for this role, and I just really like this movie a lot. Like, just the whole ending too, with them both dying. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Also, I think like what's really interesting is like, basically a lot of this is, well, not exactly all of it, but a lot of it's just like the plot to any like fighting movie or like a boxing movie where it's like, well, he starts out on the lower boxing, like to compare it to like Creed, like where it's just like you start boxing the lower guys and you start winning, make a name for yourself. Like, it's just that, but he's a gladiator, Yeah,
it's extended, like extended more, and there's more detail.
Yeah, but it fits the same mold of any like boxing movie where some guy comes up and starts fighting on the lower levels, starts getting the name for himself, starts making bigger fights, and I think the added bonus, this idea that the trainer, Proximo, like the idea that you have to win the crowd, was interesting.
Oh yeah,
like,
when he couldn't kill him, that was wild.
I know the dynamic of it, like the idea of winning the crowd over like, and that's almost more important than winning a fight. In a way, was really interesting. So,
I don't understand also why Commodus didn't just kill Maximus when after he was trying to escape and that plan completely backfired.
Well, in the beginning or
towards the end, he fought him in the first place. Was it just his courage and his
I think it was like pride.
Ignorance? Okay.
I think it was, and maybe it was the idea that in Commodus's head he's more powerful. Like, he thinks like he looks down upon Maximus, and maybe in that moment he thought like, oh, I'm better than I could beat him. I don't know.
It was just.
I think it's based on a lot of pride.
How did you feel about the intro with all the wording in the beginning? Do you think that was like a little?
I think it's fine. I think that in terms of setup in some movies and like
for like a historical background.
yeah, I think that's fine. You know, like in terms of exposition, you have to determine like how you can fit exposition into a film, and I don't think that information would have been warranted fitting in like through the plot. I think that sometimes it's just like you have to do it to do it. Like in like Star Wars setups, like those crawls, like sometimes it feels a little bit like would I rather have a character just go off and say all this stuff happening, or is it easier to just put it on the screen and make me read? Like yeah, sometimes it's cheaper, but in a lot of occasions it's more effective. It gets the point across quicker, easier. You get to the point. You get straight into the stuff you want to see. So, in terms of like the historical background and setup, I think it's fine. It didn't bother me. You know.
Did you like the music? The whole like, a lot of it was like what's the word? Very like, some lady singing, and it was all like majestic.
Yeah.
Did you like all that?
I mean, I thought the music was fine.
Nothing special to write home about.
No, I think that, like, it almost fell more like a Middle Ages kind of feel, almost. Like, it's a lot of, like, the orchestra music and stuff.
Okay.
And I thought if it was more like, I don't exactly even know what Roman music sounds like, to be honest. I was thinking of, like, Greek music, like panpipes, and, like, I've heard, like, hymns before and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Maybe it would be more. It would be better. Maybe better if it was more Roman. But at that same time, I don't really know what Roman music sounds like. So really, who gives a shit? It sounded fine. Like it adds the drama when you need to add drama to it, and it goes with the feelings of the movie.
Okay. Anything else to put on the table about this? I think it's solid. I like this. I'd recommend it.
I think there's one thing I have wrong with this film. I'm pretty sure it won Best Picture that year.
Yeah, I could foresee that happening. It's a good movie.
Which I think I want to look at what other films were up for that year, because I'm pretty sure I disagree with it winning Best Picture of that year. But I may be thinking.
There's a different movie that was supposed to win, or you think
that I would have preferred? I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I looked at this, but let me see. I think he lost. So, wait, no, I think it was fine. It was up against Chocolat, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which is a good one, Erin Brockovich, and Traffic. But let me look at
2001 or something, or the same year.
The same year, I think. I don't know if there is one that I was thinking of. Requiem for a Dream came out that year.
Oh, no.
Memento.
No.
Came out that year.
Neither. I don't think so.
American Psycho came out that year. But I wouldn't even say... American Psycho's good, but I didn't...
They're different. But
I wasn't... I thought there was something that I really, thought was a lot better than that year that came out the year.
Yeah, but Requiem for a Dream is just so... what's the word? Brutal.
Yeah.
Bro.
No, I think it's fine. You know what I think is the movie I prefer from that year is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Well, but because it has a similar path, the similar, what's it called, Hero's Journey.
I think it's just more of an original take on something. Obviously, not really original because it's based on the Odyssey, but I think I'm fine with Gladiator winning the Best Picture, because that's fine. Maybe it's something else that I was thinking about that besides this. Maybe it was Best Actor or something.
When is this is the Grammys, right?
What?
Is that wrong?
The Grammys? That's for music, dude.
All right, what's for movies? What's the movies?
Oscars?
Oh,
or Golden
Oscars.
Globes?
All right, I can't tell. When is that, by the way, for the year?
What?
For the year, like when is that?
It's usually like in the beginning of the year.
Oh.
For the movies from the past year.
Ah, so it's kind of like games, video games.
I mean, I don't know. I don't watch video games.
No, it's kind of like the sports games, right? Like FIFA.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm sorry. All right. Let me hold up. Okay.
I think I could be wrong.
Okay. So, FIFA 19 comes out in 2018.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. All right, never mind. Just scratch it. Just scratch it.
So
Just scratch.
the
No,
Oscars
you're good.
for the previous
No, you're good.
year.
You're good. It's a complete opposite.
So the two movies from 2018 will be graded
No, it's good.
and awarded in the beginning of 2019.
Yeah. All right, I got you.
I
got you.
I don't know. I think Russell Crowe was good in it. He won Best Actor
Well, he is the lead.
for that year.
Oh, for the year?
Like, Best Actor in that Oscars.
Nah.
Which, I don't know, because I think let me check this.
Did he have
I wanna
another
check
movie?
something. Hold up.
Maybe he had a different movie.
No, he won it for Great. Okay, my biggest, I think, problem was that he won for Gladiator.
Yeah.
The previous year, he was nominated for Best Actor for The Insider, which I don't think is a movie you know, but
No,
he
I haven't.
added like a bunch of weight on for it, and you can barely recognize him. But then the next year, he was in A Beautiful Mind,
Oh shit.
and he
That's
was
a good
nominated but lost. And I think his performance in A Beautiful Mind was
That's pretty good.
actually better. I don't know what he was up against. He was probably up against.
That's
like,
another
Denzel.
good movie for us to look at.
He lost to Denzel in Training Day, which is probably fair.
Yeah, Training Day.
Will
Ooh,
Smith-
that's another good one.
Will Smith was up for Muhammad Ali also.
Yo, did you hear what? Yo, Will Smith going back to rapping. Did you hear about that?
Well, he just recorded that song, I think, for the FIFA World Cup.
Bro, he says he's back in the game. So
I don't give a shit.
wow.
Will Smith was cool for like the pop rap when rap was coming up, and he was the first rapper to win a Grammy.
Wow, I didn't know that either.
But
Damn.
he, like, even his son, like Jaden Smith, when I listen to his music, like, I just don't really care that much because he has nothing interesting to say at all. And at least like, when trap rappers have nothing to say, they make it interesting most of the time, unless they're bad.
Oh, you mean like with the beat and all that? What do you mean by they make it interesting?
Like, they have slang that's cool. There's something added to it.
Their style, okay.
There's style, there's flair, there's more like gravitas where it's just like Jaden Smith rapping is just like whatever, I don't give it. Like, he's just rapping about stuff that doesn't matter or that he's not saying anything real.
What's another
but without the
popular song?
coolness.
I only know Icon.
There's other songs off of it. There's like a 3-part fucking song in the beginning. The production is really good on the album.
Yeah, because he's rich.
Because he paid this guy Lido, this like producer Lido, to do most of the songs. But I feel like, you know, it's just not. And what's Will Smith fucking gonna rap about now?
How old he is?
Yeah. Having a fucking rich. Like,
How he
why?
divorced his wife?
How I divorced my but like, it's like, Will Smith, what are you gonna do? Rap about how you're rich? Like, Jay-Z's already doing that, and he's doing it better than you will ever do it.
And he's doing it better. And about how he cheated on his wife.
Well, Jay-Z and Beyonce just released an album together.
What?
Yeah, you should listen to this.
Like, when?
2 weeks ago, maybe?
Oh, wow. I really...
It's
honestly...
like, it's probably labeled as the Carters, though.
Oh, I'm so caught up in, like, old music and stuff like that. I don't even pay attention to new stuff that comes out.
Yeah, you didn't listen to Scorpion at all, did you?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, so you're a hypocrite.
How am I a hypocrite?
So you'll listen to the new stuff.
No, because you know why? That was right in my face. There were so many ads.
If you use Spotify, there's like 50 fucking Spotify playlists.
Yeah, I do. So thanks.
Um,
I pay for Spotify too, so thanks.
All right. I think we gotta close up because we just talked about stuff that's not related to Gladiator at all.
Listen, honestly, audience, the one viewer, that's me. So basically, talking to myself. We didn't really have anything to talk about after, so we're just kind of fitting.
Don't jump the gun.
Oh, you have something.
No, I never said I had something, but you just assumed I did. I didn't appreciate that. I don't, but you just assumed.
You told me, so...
Alright, whatever.
Alright, so basically, we thought the movie was good. We recommend you to watch it.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. You know, in terms of direction, nothing like Ridley Scott's a good director, but this movie is not like... There's not really anything really interesting going on behind the scenes or like from the director's chair. Just solid doing what you have to do to get the movie out, but it's not like anything weird done with the direction or cinematography. But Ridley Scott did what he had to do to get this film out and make it what it is and make it a good film. So, honestly, yeah, I recommend it. It's really good. Alright, so we're going to move on to the album. I picked this one. It's Bonito Generation by Kero Kero Bonito, 2016. I just want to hear your initial reactions. I'm really it's been hard to wait.
To wait for this?
No, I really wanted to just ask you, but I really wanted to wait, capture this.
Well, I wasn't trying to, like, purposely do what you didn't want to happen, but I honestly, I thought it was like okay. I liked it. I didn't like. I just thought it was pretty weird. Like, I didn't know what like when I was listening to it. Like, it was very strange. Mm-hmm. Strange enough where my sister was like telling me, "What the fuck are you listening to?" Like, yeah. There's some stuff like that where it's like you need to stop. But I liked it. Like, I thought it was pretty interesting. Like I said, I've never heard anything like it before, and I like experiencing new music and stuff like that. I thought, like, that's why I asked you earlier if she was what is it, Korean or Japanese, because I thought it was like K-pop or something like that.
Well, I think she speaks Japanese. Well, she speaks Japanese on it, and because she speaks Japanese and English, obviously, but I think the idea is that it gives off some of that K-pop aesthetic.
I thought she was like part of that whole like thing, and like the whole, because they have such a bad name because there's all these like weird bands of boy bands, and there's all these like fan pages, and I love all these like weird Japanese groups, and it's like what like they're all the same, but I don't know. I liked it. It was pretty what's it called? Like the music itself, the not
production.
Yes, I liked that a lot. I thought it was some very interesting like beats and some tunes. Mm-hmm. And her voice was pretty good. I didn't really find anything that I didn't like. I thought everything was.
Yeah, I think I really appreciate this album because it's just the production's really good and interesting, and
that's interesting.
I think that, and also like there's nothing wrong with her voice or anything. She sang funny stuff at times, and
yeah, like I didn't take it seriously. Really.
I don't think it's meant to be taken that seriously. At least what she's saying, like, you know. But I thought that there's also like a kind of weird theme that kind of goes along with like the cover of her like graduating.
Yeah,
there's a couple songs like Graduation, like Hey Parents, the last one. But I think that for me, this is a really enjoyable album, and there's just a lot of songs that are really super pop, like, you know, and I think that there's a lot of like, sometimes I think I'm really too negative on pop music in general, because I think pop done right, there shouldn't be anything wrong with pop. I think the real problem with music that's popular and like radio music is that it all sounds the same, but this doesn't sound like something that you've heard before, or you know, it's something different. But it's you genuinely would have to call this like mostly pop, like, you know what I mean? It has the elements that are in pop music. It's super catchy, and the hooks are really like I've caught myself just singing along. Yes, exactly. I've done my
I forget what she says. Recitation or something like that.
my
I don't know what the word is.
I've done my dissertation.
Oh, there you go.
Just so many like really fucking catchy things that they're really whimsical and funny, and the production is really interesting, and they kind of combine like in a sense like some like trap like parts, like a lot of the hi-hats are like but it's like electro pop.
Yeah,
that's
that's also why I liked it too.
Yeah, it's
a very
dance music-ish, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just something that I thought was worth noting or learning about, or at least showing you, because it's just something new and something really interesting. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just pop music done right.
What was your favorite track? Favorite track, least favorite?
I don't even... My favorite tracks, I'll give a couple because there's a lot of them. Waking Up, Heard the Song, Graduation.
Yeah.
Fishbowl's really short, but there's like the first, I don't even know, the first like breakdown, I guess, of it. There's like a moment where it like all swells together and she's singing, and I like that moment really a lot. It's not really enough to be one of my favorite tracks because it's really short. Hey Parents is another really good one.
Yeah.
I think I like Hey Parents a lot too, because I think it's just really funny where she's just like, it's like she's going back to visit her parents and she's just asking like, is my room still good? And it just, her mom wants her to stay warm or something. It's just funny, and aesthetically they sound really nice. I don't know if there was a least favorite track for me. Picture This is probably my least memorable.
Okay. Yeah, I'd agree with that. How'd you feel about... I like, personally, Trampoline the best.
Trampoline's a good one, too.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Lip Slap is another funny one.
Yeah, that was on my...
It's all lip slap.
It's just a very unique sound, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't mind this, recommendation, I guess you could say. Or for, like, you to tell me to listen to this. I didn't mind that too much. I like this. This is very nice. It's pretty weird. Pretty out there.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind, like, when they release, like, something in the future, like another album, I would definitely listen to it to see where they're taking it.
They released a EP that I have not really listened to yet.
I go for albums.
Later this year, I believe, they are supposed to release an album called Time and Place. So,
Kane West. So yeah.
I don't even know. They said in early May, they said the album was coming soon, but it hasn't come yet. So eventually it'll come. I don't know. Yeah, I just thought that.
Did you think I was gonna hate it?
No, I didn't know where you were gonna go. I think that this is something you have to take like a hard stance on. Like, you can't just be like, yeah, it's okay. Like, I feel like you'd have to be like, all right, I enjoyed this, or like, no, this wasn't for me. Like, I don't think there's an in-between.
That's where I think I actually stood on, like, somewhere in the middle, but more towards positive, because I didn't really have a strong opinion of this when I was listening to it. It wasn't something like Death Grips, where I think you take a more what's it called, a strong opinion for Death Grips. Or something, or like heavy metal, or screamo.
Well, but I think that's because as much as there's parts of this that you could deem experimental-ish, it's steeped in the idea of like pop and mainstream sounds and stuff. So it's easier to get into where Death Grips is like the opposite. It's steeped in sounds you're not used to hearing and music, the rhythms and music that you're not.
That's why I think you could be like. Somewhere in the middle, because it's pop and it's on the radio, and there is some songs in the radio that I don't mind that I could just listen to if I had to.
But I appreciate that they do pop music in a way that's definitely more interesting than your generic, like, I don't even know.
The middle.
The middle. Sure.
The middle.
Yeah.
You've never heard that song?
No, I have.
It's on the radio so much.
But I don't listen to the radio. Also, just so you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I put on sometimes. Like K104 is just so trash.
Yeah.
It's so garbage. I just don't understand why no one. I feel like everyone just says there's a problem with the radio. No one wants to fix it.
No, I think that it's because you can't make money off of radio the way you used to.
Well,
That's what
then
like
just cut it then.
Sirius XM, like that's usually better radio, for more.
Yeah, well, because you pay for it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
quality is where you pay for. You pay for a streaming service. You can listen to whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Or even like the radio stations. I did quotation marks for listeners.
Oh yeah, couldn't.
Like on Spotify or whatever the fuck you use. Those radio playlists.
They have like today's hits or something like that.
Those are like the same as the radio, but you can find like playlists and radio stations that are more what you're looking for. And also, I don't have Apple Music, but Apple Music has like Apple Radio, where like
you get Apple and you can bite out of it.
No, that's different.
That's the orchard.
Yeah, that's an orchard, dude. You're thinking of an orchard. But like Frank Ocean will have a station, and sometimes they go on. They go on and like maybe before he releases a Lucy, he will play like 10 songs he wants to play then, and I think that's really interesting because people like that, really good musicians listen to good music. I think that we can say is pretty much universally true. Good musicians listen to good music. Like if fucking anybody were like, hey, you should listen to this, and they were like, I don't even know, any musician I respect, I'd be like, alright, I'm gonna listen to that because you probably like good stuff. Unless you're trash,
that is actually really reasonable.
But I mean, like Ski Mask the Slump God, he just had his like an interview with Nardwar, and he was talking about he was at the end he's like, yeah, I listen to something, I listen to Death Grips, I like all that shit. Like, yeah, because I actually respect him as an artist. He does something interesting. Like, you're gonna listen to good music or varied music or something. Like Tyler the Creator's another good example. Like when he talks about all these fucking songs and albums, they're so like you've never heard of them, and like that's just a reality you have to accept. And it's just you gotta accept that,
Wait, so you're saying that he's not a good artist?
No, but it's good music.
That you
cares
just
about music, yeah.
That you haven't heard of. Okay,
like, I think if Lil Pump, God rest his soul.
Oh my God, I wonder what he listens to.
If he was like, hey, listen to this, I'd probably just be like, no. And not like, I accept Lil Pump's music, and I like it to a certain degree, but I don't think I respect him as an artist. Like, there's a difference.
Did you see his new music video with Charlie Sheen?
No, I didn't see the music video. I heard the song, though.
Alright, that's fair.
We'll watch it after.
Well, there's nothing too much to see. It's but it's Charlie Sheen, though. AIDS.
It's called Drug Addicts.
AIDS.
I know.
AIDS.
But
he has AIDS.
Yeah,
Charlie Sheen has AIDS.
I know. But I think that pretty much wraps the conversation.
So, yeah, both pretty good movie and album.
Yeah. Alright, do you have your album?
Oh, yes. So, I was talking to Yazeed before. I wanted to give you something by Kendrick Lamar because I approved him in my
damn.
Yeah, damn by Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. No, but I approved him because I really liked his stuff, and I thought he's he's a really good artist.
Yeah.
I
love the way he paints.
But I'm not gonna go too much into him, so I wanted to do something even greater. Maybe overrated, maybe it lives up to its title. So I want to go with Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd.
Okay. I like Money.
And Time.
I just like Money. No, not even the song.
Oh, just like having money.
Just having money, like everyone likes money.
Oh, got you.
Okay. Your film.
Okay.
Is Blue Velvet.
Blue.
From David Lynch.
Blue Velvet. Alright. Okay.
Alright.
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 See you guys next time.